Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and we have some breaking news, which is kind of shocking, which is that Xbox is killing the Xbox handheld. Now, this project has still not been officially revealed, but there has been a lot of leaks and rumors for the last year and a half that this has sort of been the emergency strategy by Microsoft, that essentially Xbox is just being butchered by the PlayStation 5, like pound for pound, exclusive for exclusive. If you're comparing PlayStation to Xbox, Team Green is never ever catching up. So Microsoft had a unique strategy in mind. A lot of leaks talked about the fact that essentially, instead of trying to copy the success of PlayStation, they were going to go in the Steam Deck direction to make something that is a micro PC that could play Steam games, that could play Xbox games, that could play Xbox Game Pass stuff. But the idea was to essentially have the power of an Xbox Series S in your hand. And I'll admit it, I made videos actually excited about it. I thought this was a bold strategy. I mean, right now, PlayStation doesn't have a dedicated exclusive. Like, they don't have a PSP, they don't have a PlayStation Vita. Right now, all that PlayStation has is the PlayStation. I thought this idea was fantastic, but a new leak that just came out 28 minutes ago says it's dead. Microsoft, from the top, said, can it? Wrap it up. It's time to just focus on Windows optimization and the next-gen Xbox. But let's take a look at the leaks, because I have to admit, it is weird that this seemed so close to the finish line and they just took it out back and shot it. But let's talk. Hi, hope you're having a great day. I'm DreamcastGuy. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, this is it. Xbox dedicated handheld has been sidelined for now, what a polite way to put it, to focus on Windows 11 handheld gaming with third-party partners. Now, this is something that apparently, publicly, Microsoft is very obsessed with putting Windows onto other devices. They want to put it on stuff like the ROG Ally. They want to have like a version of Windows you can easily put onto a Steam Deck if you wanted to. Now, right now, obviously, Windows is a giant power suck. A lot of people do not want to put it on stuff because it's bad for optimization. It sounds like they want to make a Windows handheld that will actually run as good as the Steam Deck, as good as the Nintendo Switch, stuff that, plays games. According to Windows Central, the next-gen Xbox is still in development. Now, instantly, everybody is just freaking out. This is ridiculous. In other words, another grave of abandoned Microsoft projects. Good. They had an easy W in their hands, and they constantly miss. Oh God. Every freaking meme, it's just Xbox fans to Microsoft. Xbox is now officially dead. I mean, it's wild. So this leak is from Jez Corden, who is one of the biggest Xbox leakers. I have to say that this is such a wild thing. They're going full steam ahead on the next Xbox. Even that, I'll be honest, Xbox is canceled so much, I doubt there will be a next Xbox. If they reveal it and it comes out, I'll definitely be surprised. Let me look at the replies here. I'd much rather see a first-party dedicated project than the third-party ones. So right now, there is still something come out called Project Keenan. Keenan is the code name for Microsoft's handheld with Asus. Essentially this thing. We made a video talking about these leaked pictures. So instead of making a dedicated handheld, there's going to be stuff like this. It's a ROG Ally that runs Windows. This is not the point of it. I don't like the actual direction they're going, because in my mind, what makes the Steam Deck so incredible, I have made multiple videos now about how much this thing has won me over. It's the fact that it's not just that I can put custom themes on it. It's not just the fact that I can fill it with emulators and play the original Resident Evils. It's not the fact that I can put Pokemon hacks on it and stuff. It's the fact that it automatically has my entire Steam library. I can click it. I can automatically update games. It will pass cloud saves back and forth. I love the fact that I can play. I spend a lot of time at the gym, despite how tiny little stick arms are. It is cool that I can, on the treadmill at the gym, play Slay the Spire, come back home, transfer that save automatically back to my PC, and keep playing it. This is what I wanted from the handheld Xbox. This is what I eventually want with the handheld PlayStation, is the idea of, hey, here is the full PC experience, the full console experience that easily takes that back and forth. The idea of taking just a basic ass crappy thing like the ROG Ally, slapping an Xbox button on it, even if it doesn't have Game Pass, that's stupid. And also, let's face it, we know for a fact that they are terrified of how good the Steam Deck is. This thing has become such a juggernaut that now Steam is actually taking the Steam OS and they're putting it on other handhelds. Other people are now getting the ability to play Steam games essentially natively better than if you put Windows on it. They're in a spot where if they don't figure out a way to optimize Windows to make Windows a better place to play, nobody's going to care about it. Microsoft knows that Xbox is very much a dead brand. At this point, nobody's excited about it. I feel like there's some people that kind of meme about it, but the amount of people that are actually out there still saying, hell yeah, I'm proud to only own an Xbox, that number continues to shrink. Them making a dedicated handheld could have breached into a separate market, but nobody's going to be happy about, hey, check out my awesome Windows micro console. Buddy, that just ain't happening. Probably realized it's not worth the investment to make one themselves. Welp. This is probably the math that happened. In order to make a dedicated handheld, it's not just the research, it's not just the development, it's not just doing all the testing of how vertical should the sticks be, it's also the mass production. When you make a console, you have to make warehouses, you have to make deals to make chip manufacturers, you got to ship stuff overseas. Producing these things in mass, it is an extremely expensive endeavor. And I do think to some degree that there is a chance that somebody at Microsoft just did the math and said, we can't sell 1 million Xboxes in a year. How the hell are we going to sell 1 million Xbox handhelds in a year? I think the idea of Xbox still existing next generation becomes a more fleeting idea. I think Steam Deck, if the rumors of a Steam console come true, this is going to be what actually kills Xbox. I don't think that PlayStation going head to head, I don't think PlayStation putting games on Steam. I really think just on its own, Steam Deck and Steam on its own, that's what's killing Microsoft more than anything else. The death of Xbox, I have to admit, it's surprising to me, but it's not the Nintendo Switch. It's not the PlayStation 6 coming out in like 5 years. It's this. It's just how damn easy and how cheap the Steam Deck is. That's going to do laps around the Xbox all day long. But these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts. I'm still actually shocked by this. But Night Rain came out in exactly the minute I'm pressing stop on this video. So I'm going to go play Elden Ring Night Rain and put a video out about that tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't suck. But I love you very much. Hopefully you're having a great day. How do you feel about the death of the Xbox handheld? I got to admit, kind of a shocker. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.